Yeah. Welcome to Compai's Expat channel. Everything expat. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't been putting out a lot of videos lately. I've been so busy in the condo complex. I just redid every unit, all 10 of them. I just hired an assistant to do social media. I built a 2-story building by the pool where there's a lounge up top, and eventually I'm thinking about doing a bar down below. So I've been taking care of the business that really pays my livelihood. I do this channel for fun, drive some business to Casa de Compai. So let me get into this. All right, I get people asking me all the time, John, I just feel like Sosua is dying. And I say, what do you mean? And they're like, well, the downtown's just not the same. And I say to them, it's changed drastically in 15 years. It's an evolution. You got markets come, markets go. And what I think people are seeing is a contradiction. Because on one hand, the North Coast is just booming. We've had 2 cruise ship ports being built in Puerto Plata. You got gated communities like Casa Linda just expanding. Where I live in Residencial Hispaniola, they expanded, almost doubled the size. Sosua Ocean Village hasn't slowed down one bit. Everywhere you look, there's construction. So why does that correlate to the downtown being slower? Because I got a lot of guys saying it doesn't have the volume, it doesn't have the energy, it doesn't have the feel. And I agree with that. I really do. I think you are seeing parts of Sosua on a downward slope. Let me say I am not anti-Sosua. Obviously, my whole life is invested here. This is home. I live here. My 2 businesses are here. I'll probably die here, to be honest. I love it. But you have to not fall in love with Sosua for the bars, for the party. If you just have that narrow vision of Sosua, it's going to let you down. Because when I started coming down here, you used to be able to sit on the sidewalk on high top tables. We used to sit in front of a Roomba on the sidewalk, high top table, get a bottle of rum, laugh, joke, then we would go down to Rancho Tipico. And that was the thing. I remember when Sosua was a walking street. I remember when there were no Americans in Sosua. My second language is German, so if I'm hanging out with my German buddies and speaking German, people thought, is he German? But I heard him speaking English with his English buddies, because that was predominantly who I hung out with when I first came here, with Germans and English. We all hung out together. So that's how much it changed. The bars changed, the restaurants changed. I used to have a really great German bakery around the corner. That's gone. But my love for Sosua didn't change, because there's certain things that I love about Sosua. My lifestyle, the climate, being able to go to the beach, controlling my own destiny and out of the rat race of New Jersey. Things like that are the real reasons that I love living down here. But let's be frank, 15 years ago, what I was doing at 9 o'clock at night is totally different what I'm doing now. 15 years ago at 9 o'clock, I was getting ready to go out. Now I'm half asleep on the couch with the dogs. I mean, that's how much, my life's changed. So I couldn't do what I did 15 years ago. But my overall happiness in Sosua is a lot better. It's a lot more fulfilling now than it was 15 years ago. So if you just focus in on the party, the girls, the nightlife, it's going to change. And everybody falls in love with Sosua at that moment in time they come down here. So be flexible on that. Give yourself the liberty to be able to love it for other reasons other than a small, narrow point of view. Also, another reason that it's the volume of people in Sosua has changed is because now the guys have options. They have other options. What they can do, they go to Medellin, they go to Cartagena. Thailand is now on the mix. So guys who can have extended time off, instead of coming here for 3 weeks, they're going to Thailand for 4. And more power to them. Or they're going to the Philippines, Africa. I know guys who are going to Africa now and loving it. And we work so hard in our lives, we should be able to enjoy the world the way we want to enjoy it. You know, we just do a little bit of class, do a little bit of respect, keep personal private, private personal, if you know what I mean. Makes things a lot better. But that also ties into why you're not seeing the volume of people. Now I'm filming this in the summer of 2024. This is a slow summer. So you're going to see less people here. I just think that's what you're seeing is the American economy slowing down, and that takes a toll. This reminds me of 2010, 2011 all over again. And you're going to see some businesses fail who overextended themselves in property, who can't afford to make that monthly payment. And you're also going to see banks start taking back those properties, because now you got Dominicans who have loans, and the banks are going to take those properties back. Something else to watch for. You're going to see a lot of projects not get finished. That was huge coming out of the last financial downturn. So if you're that real estate investor and you have access to capital in the United States, you got some savings, sit tight. There's going to be some fire sales coming up. So just, be ready to go. And I think we're about a good 18 months out of that. That's not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion of somebody who's been investing in real estate since I bought my first property when I was 20. Just as I was getting out of the military, I bought my first property. So I've seen three good recessions since I've been doing my real estate investing, and I think this one's is going to be hard for a lot of people, very hard for a lot of people. But we're still seeing a lot of sales in the gated community. So what I think you're going to see a lot of contraction in the market, not contradiction. You're going to see a lot of contraction in the market soon. So now's a good time. Like, even as far as rentals, we all reduced our rates this summer. We all reduced them by $15 a night. So that helps the consumer as well. So yes, Sosua is definitely slowing down. There's something else about the economy that people are not taking into consideration is inflation. Credit card rates. You're seeing people who just can't afford to travel anymore. It was a great 3-4 years after COVID, but those days are done. People don't have the free money to travel anymore. People don't have the credit to travel anymore. It's going to be a different market. So the businesses that are downtown, they're going to have to change. If they were marketing just to one demographic, they're going to have to change it, market to everybody. You're going to have to cast a bigger net because there's not a lot of the same fish around anymore. So I'm still excited about Sosua. I think I've been watching Sosua change since the day I got here, and I've seen it go from predominantly European and Canadian tourists to now we have an American tourist base, Canadian tourist base, and a very small European tourist base. I'm hoping with the open sky agreement that was signed last week that we're going to get different carriers coming in from different parts of America, because Puerto Plata Airport is one of the biggest hindrances to the North Coast being as successful as it could be. And that's all airline tax and fees that was put on the tickets by the airport, the people who manage the airport. Now that's gone. So the airlines can work with the government and say, you know what, we want to get a route from Houston to Puerto Plata, from LA to Puerto Plata, Chicago. So I'm hoping we can get different markets than just the Miami market, the New Jersey market, the New York market, because we need more direct flights coming in, and that will change the whole North Coast. If we can get our European market back, definitely change the income potential for the North Coast. But to the guys who say Sosua is dying, it's definitely changing. It's not as busy as it used to be. Is it going to die? No. Are we going to roll up the sidewalks? No. Are you going to see different markets come and go? Absolutely. Seen it once already down here, and I think we're going to see it again, and I think we're going to continue to transition into more of a retirement community and a longer stay community, especially with the amount of American veterans who are coming down here to use the veteran services. People are realizing too expensive in America, in Canada, and Western Europe. We can come here, work online, have a lot relaxed lifestyle, have a better quality of life with better food, better air, just an all-around better experience versus their home country. So with that being said, that's just my 2 cents. Take it for what it's worth. Please hit the subscribe button, like, give me your comments as long as they're decent. You'll see them. Guys, thank you. God bless. Out.